He is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger, one of the most
the punch that shook the Omniverse.
All of creation.
Who was in the
Add a
sixth
monitor.
dimension, crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home. Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead,
Up,
Clark
and
found the
away!
strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the
about
World
6.
Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's super.
But he didn't dip through them long. He flew through them at speeds beyond imagination. So it ain't like he sat in those suns. He quickly flew through about 6 of them in a span of like moments. So he didn't even dip long.
Man, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day.
He also helped a pregnant woman who crashed her car deliver her baby, and he told a girl that was about to off herself that people cared about her. Yeah, that's Superman. Like he's a character unlike no other. Like one day he's gonna tell somebody that's about to end it all that, hey, people care about you and love you, and the next comic he's fighting a being with powers beyond God about to eat the Omniverse. That's DC for you.
What's not to like?
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
Respect Kal-El of Krypton.
Woo!
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Betterhelp.
Wiz, it's getting to be the holiday season again, and I just know Mama Boomstick is finally getting me that new dune buggy I've been drooling over. What's gonna be stuffed in your stocking?
Dune buggy.
Undiscovered
Want me an
elements would
ATV
be
for Christmas.
Nice,
That sounds
but
nice.
the holidays are also about giving gifts to yourself.
Maybe that means giving yourself a break during this busy month, or treating yourself when you have the time.
And in
Nothing wrong with that.
anticipation of a new year, sometimes that means therapy.
Therapy can be super helpful year-round, but especially during this season.
No,
the
most
holiday
definitely.
blues are no joke.
If you're thinking about starting therapy, consider giving Betterhelp a try.
What's great is that it's totally online, so it's super flexible with your schedule and convenient.
All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist.
And if it
And there's nothing absolutely wrong with that. I mean, sometimes it ain't even about you wanting to find a solution to your problems. It's just you wanting to vent out to somebody, just to talk and just let it out, because it's never healthy to keep everything bottled in, you know? Like, even if you think somebody doesn't care, there's somebody that cares, and they're more than willing to listen. That's all people want sometimes. It ain't about finding a solution. It's just about sometimes just wanting to be heard, you know?
it isn't a perfect match, switch therapists at any time at no additional charge. Visit BetterHelp.com/deathbattle today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/deathbattle. All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
When he ate all those hamburgers. I remember that comic. That's old school. No little intro, they're going straight into it. Okay. God, his animation's beautiful. Okay. DBZ Fighters
Today's the
reference.
day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
There you go, the answer to that.
So.
Okay. Ooh, tackle. Nice. Woo. Okay. Little environmental destruction. Okay. Instantaneous move. Ooh.
You're holding back. Give it your all.
Come on now. Ooh, dragon throw. Ah! Like our GT final bout. Justice 2. Okay, jumping straight to blue. God, the fluid animation looks so beautiful. Ooh, okay. Ah! Woo! Superman's punch, okay? I actually felt that. Yeah. Ooh.
Oops. Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
Nah, I guess.
All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
Whoa! Oh, hitting him so hard, every version feels it like Brainiac.
Looks like a job for
Cosmic armor! I'm loving this. Ah! Dang, he threw him in a rock so hard his shirt exploded.
What do you think?
That was awesome! Nice suit!
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Nope. Ultra instinct. Huh? Little rope of dope. Oh! Okay. Oh, Kaleo, you let him push you back. Super flare. Okay. Little tired from that. Rejuicing. Omniversal punch. Oh, that's a wrap. We done. We done here. He done sun dipped through about 7 suns. That's a wrap. God, this looks beautiful. That's a wrap. Homie powered up to prime 1 million. We done here. I'm sorry, Kakarot. We done here. Look at that! I'm not gonna lie though. That's beautiful. He gave everything, man. That's what's up though. That's what's up though. The punch that shook the Omniverse. Power to break through reality itself.
Huh?
Yep, that sounds about
darn
right.
it.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Oh, that's sweet, yo. That's cool.
Let's go again.
You're on.
That's so cool. GG, no re.
Oh, that's it! The final, indisputable answer!
No, it ain't.
Who am I kidding?
No,
We're
it
gonna
ain't.
argue this one forever.
There are so many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real. Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the
Maybe.
main one.
There's a lot to
Depends,
cover, so let's
depends.
address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
Yep.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than our own. But based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion
God!
over a novemdecillion times more than Goku's.
At some point, you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything
It
anymore.
really doesn't.
Anyway,
It's just
Goku's
infinite.
obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight. Even
In fact, fun fact, I don't know if they'll mention it or not. The DC universe is sometimes referred to as infinite inside. I don't know how true that is, but I believe it was in one issue that had Perpetua that states that it's nigh infinite, which would probably make sense depending on all the things that's in it. Like a single DC universe being infinite isn't that much hard of a stretch.
by billions or trillions of times. He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times,
Doesn't
the
matter.
best is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even
Woo!
Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But
He takes the
strength
edge in
and
everything.
Talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized universe of his in seconds and flew faster than infinity.
Makes sense, he can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't count Goku out, though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and ultra instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable.
Pretty
The safest
much.
bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially when we look at skill. Goku's a mark.
Ain't no way they tie in speed. Not to mention, I mean, I know I'm a little ranting here. Superman, his reflexes are on par with the Flash is to the point where time itself stands still. So even in theory, if Goku were to be that same speed, which he's not by a lot, because they're just giving him everything they can, his awareness of self as well as his ability to react is just to the point where time just doesn't mean anything. And people like him and Flash can just see things that are just like, no. But I understand what they're saying. They gotta give Goku something. I ain't mad. I ain't hating on it.
Martial arts master. He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's
That's
even
right.
defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 1,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway.
It's really
His greater
not.
strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time travel, countering instant transmission's similar ability from
Yep,
Heroes.
he can
And
also do
regarding
that too.
Teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, instant transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white
Or
star.
freeze the red star.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice,
Nope.
as Superman could phase through his attacks.
Yep.
So, that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered
Yes.
Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideology.
Ideology,
and culture.
yeah.
And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
You sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but it does call into question what we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
I mean, that's an
Because
excellent
it's
point.
fun, Wiz. Damn it, man. There's more than one way to appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst pun.
Why did you
At least he
It's
tried.
so lame.
I don't see you doing
Woo!
it.
I do the math. the
Respect
pun's your
Kal-El.
job.
Well, maybe if you math as good as I punned, then Goku would have won.
What is wrong with you?
Hi, I'm Ben.
Doesn't that make
Wiz.
Superman
Thank you
the
so much
only
for
person on
watching.
Death Battle to win like 3 battles in a row? I think somebody else won like a few, but 3 straight.
We are about to announce the next episode, but before we do that,
Oh,
if you're not a Death
yo.
Battle member yet, click that join button below. See
Who's
what you're
next?
missing.
Galacticus. Unicron. Woo! Okay, that's gonna be a good battle. Galacticus, the Eater of Worlds. Oh, let's go. Let's go. But that was a good death battle, though. But I mean, I prefer both. I love Dragon Ball Z, but I also love DC. I love Superman. Goku inspires you to get stronger.
We live in a world full.
Superman inspires you to get better. Ideology and personality wise. They're both amazing. I love that it was a good death battle, yo. I mean, yeah, he lost, but I mean, come on, he was gonna lose. That's Superman, man. That's the Superman. You know what's gonna happen. Don't lie, you didn't. But for real though, good game though. GG.